Welcome to Life Esteem.
Hello, and welcome again to Life Esteem. Hey, great to have you as a viewer as always. And today we're going to talk with a very unique friend to our community, is Chief Rob Martin, the Chief of Susquehanna Township Police. And sir, you've done quite a remarkable job in our area, doing a lot of good work in a lot of good ways. So thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah. How long have you been Chief of Susquehanna Township?
I've been just completing next month my 14th year, starting my 15th year as Chief.
Wow.
Yeah, long time.
You've seen a lot of change, I take it.
I have. I have been in the township 25 years. I came up through the ranks, so I've seen a lot of change in the township in 25 years.
Are you originally from this area?
Originally from Harrisburg, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Moved away for most of my childhood to suburban Philadelphia, right on the border of South Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And then we came back, my mom and I came back in my later years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, you know, you have a lot of initiatives there, a lot of things. You know, right before we went on the air, my wife, Pat, she said, you know, we've had a number of break-ins out there in our township lately, and we live in Susquehanna Township as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's been keeping you busy and some concern, I guess?
It has. We, to date, we've got a 20% increase in burglaries throughout the township, and that's a great concern to us. We just had a burglary overnight, and it's, you know, it's happening mostly on the south end of the township, which is south of Interstate 81, but we've also had some on the north side. And, you know, we've adjusted our patrols, we've adjusted some of our focus, and, you know, we've got detectives working some cases today that we have some leads on.
Oh, good.
So we're hopeful that we'll make some moves on this. But until we make arrest, it's important that citizens lock their doors, keep their lights on. And, you know, one of the things that happened in the same neighborhood of the burglary overnight this morning was about 10 cars were entered in that neighborhood.
Wow.
And all the cars are unlocked. So folks have to lock their cars. They have to lock their cars.
I can't imagine leaving my car unlocked. It's just me. You're not gonna, but people leave their cars unlocked.
85% of the cars that are entered unlawfully in Susquehanna Township are unlocked.
Wow.
85.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you just lock your car, don't leave valuables in plain view, you know, it's just a major deterrent.
Good stuff. And that's a shocking statistic. I didn't know that. I mean, that people would leave their cars open this day and time. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And some, even with windows half cracked and stuff. I've seen that too.
Sure.
You know, just.
Yeah, they still can pick locks, can't they? I mean, they can put a hanger. They still,
absolutely.
Yeah, they can
Yes,
still do that.
yes,
I know they're
yeah.
modern with these features and all, but I'm sure there's
You
some
can
way.
still get, unlock
Yeah.
those cars. Yeah.
So what do you think, what are we attributing the 20% increase into? I mean, is it mostly economy, you think, or what's going on?
You know, I think that the economy is playing a role.
Okay.
We had a meeting this morning with some members of my criminal investigation unit. Some of the suspects that we're looking at, we feel have addiction issues.
Okay.
You know, which is common, you
Yes,
know,
it is.
in this type of situation. So, economy, addiction issues, and some of it also, I'm going to say, is the growth of the township. We're a much bigger township, a much more vibrant township. Just a bit more going on these days.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like you said, you've been there, we say about 25 years in
Yes.
the township itself.
Yes.
And it has exploded. It has really grown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Through the
so-
90s and, you know, the first decade of this century, definitely.
And it's still growing. I keep seeing all these new developments coming up. I said,
Yes.
where are all these people coming from?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's still growing,
Yeah.
both from a residential perspective as well as business, and that's good for the township. It keeps us healthy, and I think there's many more years for growth for the township.
Yeah.
And also the township's demographic has changed quite a bit, hasn't it, in terms
Yes.
of this racial makeup, ethnic makeup,
Absolutely.
that kind of thing? Okay.
You know, the Susquehanna Township's always been racially diverse, which has been what we feel is a great uniqueness to our township. But it's become more diverse over the years, and I think it'll continue to grow in that fashion. And you know, what we're blessed with in Susquehanna Township with is great elected officials, very caring. They make sure that the services provided by township government meet the needs of the citizens. And so I think it's a great place to live. It's a
Yeah.
great place to raise your children and send them to school.
Absolutely. You know, years ago, I participated in a, I guess you call it a town hall meeting, and I forget the name of the church. It was right there at the corner of Far Green and, you know, Lincolnstown
Life?
Road.
Tree Life.
Tree Life,
Tree
yes.
Life.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful church, big church congregation.
Yes.
And I remember the conversation involved the fact that there was no recreational facility there in the township, and that the demographics were changing, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And there was all this concern being raised and this and that. And I remember thinking, wow, it's right. I guess almost everything that's used for children in Ham would be pretty much the schools, like the high school gymnasium and all that.
Yes.
We don't have a rec center, do we?
We don't have a rec center.
Yeah.
We do have township parks.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think some of that is attributed to some opportunities perhaps in the 70s and 80s when land was available. Maybe some opportunities were missed.
Yeah.
But I think that the township with its recreation department, and understand when I started 25 years ago, there wasn't a recreation department.
Okay.
Now we
Okay.
have a very vibrant, great recreation department, does a lot of good things.
Yeah.
And the school district, you know, hosts through their buildings a lot of activities.
Yeah.
So there's things to do without question.
Oh, no question. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, how large is your staff, by the way?
We have a complement of 41 full-time officers,
Okay.
and we have 2 full-time clerical and 2 part-time clerical.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, we pride ourselves on doing more with less, as we always have. And the officers and staff, I can't commend them enough. Day in and day out, they do a tremendous job.
And we had the opportunity of knowing couple of those folks, okay, because Francia,
Yep, Corporal Dunier.
We actually through Women Connect did an article that,
Yes.
and she's on the front cover, matter of fact.
Yes, she is. Yes.
Yeah, on that last
it's a
issue
great
of
article.
Women Connect, and just wonderful. There's a woman to see another woman. Okay,
Yes.
how many women do you have?
We have 4.
I have 4 women.
We have 4
Okay.
officers, do a
Okay.
great job. One's assigned to the 2 of them are technically are assigned to the criminal unit right now, and 2 of them are in patrol.
Okay. When you
That's
say assigned to
amazing.
criminal unit, that make them detectives?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they're doing
Okay,
detective
they're
work.
detective
Yes.
work, okay.
Yes.
Now, do your detectives do a combination of the detective and, you know, regular?
Once in a while, we bring them back to patrol
You
if,
do,
if there's
okay.
manpower issues or we need
Okay.
a supplement. But by and large, they are in plain clothes and doing investigations.
Right. And the other one I want to lift up, because I know his mother for years, one of my best friends, is Clee Tillman.
Yes,
Okay, and he just came on with you a couple of years ago, didn't he?
he did. Came on
Yeah.
those couple years ago. He's
Yeah.
from Susquehanna
Yeah,
Township.
Township.
Clee's doing a wonderful job connecting with the young people, especially,
Right.
and which is really important for us.
He's a big guy, too.
He's a big guy, big former football player,
Player.
and you know, but he's big, but he's got that soft nature to
Yeah,
him, where he
right.
can connect with the young folks. And,
Absolutely.
so he's going to be a leader in the future for us.
Oh, wonderful.
Without
yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'm glad to see that.
You know, you mentioned burglaries and that kind of thing. What other kind of concerns do you see on a daily basis, or do you see on the rise at this point within the township?
Well, we just did, as of April 30th, you know, checking our stats, what is rising in the township, and here's what's on the rise: burglary, public drunkenness,
Oh, wow.
which is a concern because it points to a certain disorder
Absolutely.
in the community that we don't want walking around and that type of activities.
That's
Forgery and fraud is on the rise. Now, some of that is based upon an increase of financial institutions in the township.
Okay.
You know, you have more banks, there's
Okay,
more
right.
potential for that type of crime to occur. DUI arrests are up for our police department. And the most concerning is domestic violence.
Really?
Our domestic violence arrests are on the increase, and that's a real concern to us.
Man, man,
Imagine.
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about some of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
really.
wouldn't have. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Did you think about it?
Yeah, and you
but,
do-
But the other thing that you do, and I think it really compliments and talks about Susquehanna Township, is your community involvement.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You really have a large presence, and you want to be seen and be available,
Right.
and have not just adults, but young people also respect and appreciate the work you do.
Yes.
And you've been involved through that a lot with Helen Spence.
Yes, well, and Helen, you know, certainly is a gem and a diamond for our township, as well as Dauphin County.
Yes.
You know, some of the programs that we do ongoing with the police department that I started when I took over was